not so fun fact about slavery is that they would force the mothers to bury their kids to their head, like with their head sticking out, and they would take turns kicking the child until they beheaded them. They would rape their husbands in front of the wives, and then they would force their wives to cook their child's head to serve it to the slave owners. And the most disgusting part about all of that is that the US never even fucking owned up to it, really. They really were just like, let's just teach them the bare minimum, sugarcoat it, make it seem like it was that long ago, and then we'll move on and teach them like so much other shit about the Holocaust. Why did we learn more about the Holocaust than we did about slavery? A not so fun fact about slavery is that they would force the mothers to bury their kids to their...
Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushua, Bahasham, Shakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, rule well, been the greatest example to his younger brothers in the truth. And peace and blessing to the hopeful elect, Lord willing this edifying lesson. And it ain't gonna be long. Yeah, I already know where it's going for those who like for those who in the know, and newcomers, if this video happen to get to somebody who don't know about the Hebrew Israelites, don't know about the truth, see it, like, see this, then, so like a lot of shit going on. But this the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 10, it reads, "For the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever." Yeah, so for the wickedness that was done to us by the so-called white man, which is our brother Esau Edom, we were our forefathers were twin brothers, going back to Genesis chapter 25, Jacob and Esau. And he conspired ever since Jacob received a blessing to slay his brother, and it's I guess century, go back to the beginning of time. This beef between so-called white people and so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's a long going beef between us two, and we'll never get along. We'll never be able to come together like Martin Luther King had a dream. It'll never happen, man. But I'm gonna read this one more time. It's Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 10. It reads, "For the violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever." And that's why they trying to do away and make like slavery never happened. They teaching our children that slavery never happened, don't forget about it. But nah, you can't just sweep shit like this under the rug. The atrocities committed against us as a people, you can't just sweep that under the rug and go on like this shit ain't never happened, like the girl said. But they teach you about the Holocaust and all this old crazy shit. But more heinous things were done to us in slavery than ever been done to any people on the planet. Let's go to another piece of this. But before we go there, this the word atrocities. It reads, atrocities, and atrocity is an act of extreme, shocking cruelty, wickedness, or brutality, often occurring during war against civilians or prisoners. And that's what we've been through. Transatlantic slave trade, post-slavery. For you to bury a mother's child to the neck up and kick his head off, that, kick the baby in the head to decapitate him, rape the husband, then make the woman cook her baby head and feed it to you. That is a fucking atrocity, man. That's a heinous act, and the Lord is not going to let you escape for all the wickedness you done to us, man. But I got the word heinous. They like to point the finger and run around the earth, stealing, killing, and destroying people. But they the fugitives on the run, man. The Lord getting ready to come back and destroy these people, man. This whole system is finna collapse. And within they collapse, they want to set up their new world order. So it's part of their plan for all this shit to come to nothing, to come to chaos and blood in the streets. This is what they want. This is part of the agenda for all this shit to crumble. And within the fall of the society, they want to set up their new world order. Bring everybody to their knees to beg them for the new way, which is gonna be that chip, that RFID microchip that they gonna want to put inside everybody, making you a perpetual slave to them. But I got the word heinous too, because what she explained was heinous atrocities, man. It's a heinous, it's a actions that are shockingly evil, wicked, or morally imprehensible, or morally imprehensible. It's like, yeah, and things like that never been done to no other people. See, the Lord gave us into this nigga hands to punish us, but he went overboard with the punishment, like butt breaking and shit like that. Like that ain't right, man. We'll never do that to nobody. But we gonna get these devils in captivity. This Ezekiel chapter 35, and start at the top. They say, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir. Mount Seir is the nation of Edom. You know, this is one of their chief, um, one of their capital cities in their land. They say, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. So people like to say, oh, the Bible is the white man book. But how is the white man book if this book condemning them, man? They say, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Yeah, and the Lord getting ready to destroy this place, man. All these cities, all this shit finna come to nothing. From America to London, Europe, Britain, wherever these devils at, it's all finna crumble, man. Russia, all that shit is over with. They say, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel, and we are the Israelites, man. We are the Lord's chosen people. By the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Yeah, so the Lord is preparing the so-called white man for punishment, man. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So blood is finna pursue these people, man. That's why you shouldn't feel bad now that they suffer. That they can't make ends meet, that they can't pay their bills. They're just trying to figure out whether they're gonna put gas in their car or feed their family, man. You shouldn't feel no type of way. Wasn't nobody crying for us when they were kicking our baby heads off their fucking shoulder and eating them. Where was the sympathy then, man? This before the Holocaust. Ain't nobody. They want to sweep our fucking miseries under the rug, but remember theirs, man. But that's pretty much the point on that precept. And these devils, they love to say when you hit them with these different precepts, oh well, that wasn't me. That was my forefathers. All of those stupid shit. There's Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 21. See, the scriptures catch you wherever you go. You can't out or lie. You know, you can't get yourself out of the condemnation of the Bible. Well, that was my foreparents. Well, that's what the Lord say about you and your foreparents, your whole nation, man. Isaiah 14 and verse 21 it say, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. And they all over the planet right now. But the Lord is preparing slaughter for these devils, man. And that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will raise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off Babylon, which is America, and the name and the remnant and the son and the nephew, saith the Lord. So the Lord getting ready to cut these people out of the earth. And they getting ready to go into captivity. Same thing happened to us, gonna happen to them. But in righteousness, man. We ain't gonna butt break they men and split their family. We ain't gonna do the things they did this. But we gonna get them back through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. But that's pretty much the point. You know, I wasn't gonna make this long. Do I got something else? Yeah, that's pretty much the point. So Lord, when this was
No, we're not joking. We really mean what we say.
Do you find yourself really hating white people?
Yes. Some people hold grudges, and I do. Look how they treat me. How many flows did my great-grandmother stroll, you know? How many babies did she take care of that wasn't hers? You know, stuff like that. And I'm just one of those people that hold things. No, we're not joking. We really mean what we say.
Do you find yourself really hating white people?
Yes. Some people hold grudges, and I do. Look how they treat me. How many flows did my great-grandmother stroll, you know? How many babies did she take care of that wasn't hers? You know, stuff like that. And I'm just one of those people that hold things. No, we're